What's up, gang? So what I'm looking at right now is a closure back above the range here for us to take some buys. My arm has been killing me. I'm not in too much of a talkative mood. Let's see if this can come down, and we'll look for some maybe buy stops. All right. Music too loud, no hear you. I'm looking for buys on break of the high here. We do have a bottom wick here. Looking to see if we can take some buys on breaks of highs. I didn't think we were gonna have any entries today at all because of the way we were ranging, but then all of a sudden I saw a big drop. I was like, no, I'm hopping on there. Breakity highs, breakity highs. Oh my god, my arm's in so much pain. It's gonna be a short stream. I'm not gonna do the inner circle today. I'm gonna go to see my chiro right after the stream. I'm just not gonna try to not keeping it a long stream. Just it's kind of interesting. Can we re-break the highs? Oh, we are in there. Got slipped a bit. So 4. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna look to pump up here. Pump up, pump up. So full TP will be up here. Okay. That is the idea today in this case. $305.8. These are stops right now. Actually, previous candle stops make more sense. So. So we closed back in range. We just faked out. We found a support, and all we did was this 15 once it closed above. Just had buy stops after it made a top wick, created a bottom wick. Right? We waited for a top wick to be made, created a bottom wick. We rebroke the high, and that's what got us in there. Simple position. Now we kind of got to wait. We found a support. We got clean range to the left. We want to correct some of this move that just dropped, move down here. And if we want to correct some of that, this would be the time now that we closed back in range. Right? Push down, close back up in range. You'd expect this to come up, grab orders. If it's to continue down, or if it's to continue up, then it'll just continue up. Oh. No, 15-minute stop. Why previous candle? I guess, right? I guess it makes sense since you're not wrong. It does make sense since you did make a bottom wick. But then you can re-break the bottom wick and come down to this area, right? To that support, and that's what I don't want. So let's leave it right here. Let's leave it there. Is there any 5-minute candles? Yeah, we can kind of go below the 5 here. Right? Zoom door. Wait, isn't it? Oh yeah, there are people at the Zoom door. Sorry. Sorry, Zoom gang. Ow, ow, ow. Are we moving on up, gang? Be another push. Let's see. Let's drive us through here. It's down a bit. Do we go very keeping here, gang? Let's do it. So we come down here. Yeah, it would suck if it taps us out right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go break even on my live account too, in case it decides to push back heavy. I don't know why. Don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why we're pushing back. I figured this would push up really quickly here based on the level to the left. But if we are rejecting at this area and we hold this resistance, then that'll be it. But at this point, this is a risk-free trade. This is house money, right? So we're either going to take partials here and then TP, or we're going to hit RBE. We almost got there. God damage. There you go. Close partials right there. Close 3 out of 4 on the funded here. I closed 4 out of 5. I had a 5 lot running on the live. Closed 4 out of 5 on the live, and I closed 3. I closed 3 out of 4 here on the funded. I mean, I secured 75% of this position on the funded, and on the live, I secured 80% of it. Yeah, I was really hoping for a rip straight up here. I mean, all of us were, right? Because that's the rest of the range. But that's the way the cookie crumbles here. Looking like that BE might tap. But we do have a runner here, so. We got a runner! Oh, that was delayed. Click that 5 seconds later. Yeah, there we go. B just tap. Amazing. Yeah, we made a lot more than 21 there. Oh yeah, it shows multiple closures. Can't hear you much. I'm not talking much. I don't feel well. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm sitting here. I wasn't even gonna hop on here. We're gonna do, if you're part of the inner circle, we'll do that shit tomorrow. We'll do that shit tomorrow. We'll run the inner circle tomorrow. Oh, it turned down the music. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I was saying I'm not speaking much anyway because I'm sitting here and just like a fucking, feels like a sword is fucking stabbing me through the arm right now. So it's in a lot of pain. In the circle calls in the Google Drive They should be. If something's missing, I don't know why we didn't get rid of it, didn't delete it, so I'll look into it afterwards. It should all be there. Yeah, I like the music too. I don't, don't get me wrong. Oh, now we're gonna push. Fuck. Fucker. But, I'd obviously rather speak and have a nice conversation with you. Oh, wow, look at that closure. Look at this top look we're getting. Yeah, it's gonna come down. But it's gonna come down whether top wick right now or top wick up here, but then eventually you'll see it come down a bit. Yeah, like I said, I'd rather obviously talk and have fun discussions, but it's hard to concentrate when after every word I say I feel a sharp pain. Oh, that's right, we gotta update this with yesterday's shit too. Yesterday's B. You ever thought of using market profile? Not really. Wouldn't we expect the push down to turn around like the highway? I just said we will flip bearish here at some point. This candle will flip bearish. Look at this closure. Look at this hourly closure. Would expect this candle to flip bearish. But this is also an area we drive up from. Interesting. Because send me a couple of Discord. Yeah, I think I clicked on it, but I haven't really read it. I'll go back to it.
Sure.
Here it goes. Looking like it might flip. I'm not betting on it flip here. You're right at a level here. Right, look at the hourly. right at the level. Maybe flip for a split second, come right back up. Maybe you never flip. Buy stop. If you hold this area, I'd want to close back up above a range instead of just closing in this area, in this range, because then like you're kind of mid-range here overall. You can just break the, yeah, there's a level here. It depends, honestly, depends how you have it. If you have the level like this. But I have that range. Well, yeah, I don't know. I just have this range steeper, deeper. I think this is the better level. But then again, you can say you held this, right? If you go like this, you can say, all right, then we held that area. Do we close above or below, right? Do we close below on this 30 or above on this hourly? Yeah, we're right at the level, so it's kind of arbitrary for me. This was a simple trade. This was our like 2023 trade. This was just very, very simple. Onion, bottom wick, break at a previous candle high. This was the simplest thing we've done all week. Yeah, I'm gonna be here. Just got an appointment. I'm gonna be here till 10. Then I'll call it. Chad, drop a like. Drop a like, sub to the channel, and share this stream. Like, sub, and subscribe. Or no, like, share, and subscribe. Thing is, if we're gonna look for sells to continue, we would need to come back down below here. Otherwise, we might establish support, come up. Yeah, it'd be interesting if we can get a closure below there. But thing is, we flipped. We've gotten that bottom wick off this support here, right? And what's happened previously when you got that bottom wick here? You drove up, just like here, right? You closed above the range. People at the Zoom door, come on in. But just like here, see, we pulled up. We closed above the range after we pulled up from here. Closed above the range after we pulled up from here. Bottom wick right there. And then it just took off on you to here. Also, you had a bottom wick at that same area the following time, and that took off on you up there. So we want to see if we hold this area now, or do we close below it to start looking for a retest of the lows here. Yeah, another reminder, if you're coming in here late, if you're part of the inner circle, we'll run it tomorrow. I'm going to leave at 10 to go get better, hopefully. Yeah. When I woke up this morning and we were right here, I was like, man, I'm just not going to stream this. There's no point in me get up, go sit down in pain, and then this shit at 8:15. I was like, all right, I guess stream it is. And literally got exactly what we wanted. You know what I didn't see yesterday? I missed the OKC game. Did they win? OKC won? Anybody know? I know the Panthers won 5-2 yesterday. Blowout, yeah. OKC's probably going to sweep the finals.
Which did you accidentally take a position on your live? Did you accidentally take a position on your live?
Bro, don't scare me right now.
Yeah, you have a sell open right now.
Sell open on your live just right now.
Yeah, I just saw it too.
That's why I had to cut you off. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, we have a sell at 33.05.
Yep. 33.05.2.
No, I have nothing going.
What the? Somebody just modified the stop loss.
Yep.
Let me see if my guys are fucking around with the signal bot. Hold on. There's no positions. If you're in the signal, there's no positions there. There's no positions. No positions.
Okay.
Positions. There are no positions. Do not take. The fuck. I have nothing running on my terminal.
Yeah, if you check Discord, you'll see the positions.
No, I see them right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sending a message to my guys. They can't be doing this shit. It's actually just one person, but he's in fucking Latvia or wherever he is. Yeah, don't take. There's no positions. There's no. Yeah, these knuckleheads are testing positions. I gotta say. Yeah, you guys fucking scared me. You're in positions here. Yeah, I just called him on the phone. I was like, dude, I'm in the middle of a stream and people are telling me I sent out a signal. He's fucking laughing. I'm like, it's not really, not too funny right now.
Yeah, I made you aware of it while you were talking. I was like, wait, I didn't hear anything, so maybe you
Yeah, there was
accidentally
no,
pressed the button.
bro, I'm not even on my terminal is like off my screens.
Yeah, like Kenny said, ghost trading. All right, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
I mean, you guys should know, like, there's nothing for us to enter. We just saw there's no positions here. But
Yeah, that's
if
why
somebody
I
wasn't
thought
paying
I
attention, if
missed
someone's
something.
not on stream, then yeah, that sucks if they took that.
Oh, by the way, I sent you two messages, two DMs on Discord. By the way,
Created this message. Oh yeah, but I seen that box, but it takes up like an entire screen. It takes up like half.
No, you can. No, you can adjust it. I adjusted, and it
Oh,
only
right there,
takes
I
like
see
an eighth of my screen.
the buy and the sell market. Yeah, buy market, sell market.
Yeah, and you can also adjust it into your settings as well. So that'll make it easier for you if you want to market execute instead of always just doing the
But
buy
how
stuff.
big is the
that'll-
hotkey? It's just a small little tab, right?
Yep. I mean, you can see it in the order itself. It's very small. You can adjust the actual entire box,
Mhm.
and then it'll shorten it. And look, I'm doing it right now. I'm adjusting it, and it looks like the buy and the sell are on top of each other. And if I make it wider, they're side to each other.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So, and then make sure that when you use that box at the top, that you have GC there. And then because if you choose in the order box the GCM, it doesn't mean that it's taking the position that you're looking at on the big chart itself. You have to make sure that they're both the same, so you know what the hell you're looking at. That's all. So on the order, click buy or sell, it's easier. You can join the bid or the ask. You can cancel, flatten all the orders, just all right there. And if you want to add more stuff, if you want to add more stuff, go into the settings and go into the hotkeys, and then click on the one that you want to add that you might not have, and it'll add it there. And then you just save.
I didn't fuck around with that. I think you guys mentioned it the other day. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, and don't forget, save your layout at the top right, just near the trash can. You'll have the save thing. Save it that way. When you come back, you'll always have it there. Won't get screwed.
Okay. Jay's so helpful. I know, like everybody needs a Jay. Every stream needs a Jay.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks, gang.
So KC1, yeah. I'm excited for today, man. The Knicks. Game 1. Oh man. Asian session gonna be fire. Fire. Yeah, I love days like when my team plays the playoff days. It's just fun. I got something to look forward to in the evening outside of just sitting on the charts. Benny, how you doing, Benny? What's up, man? You good? You good, buddy? What's up? Come on, say hi. Let's go. High five. High five. Bro, give me high five. Let's go. High five. Let's go. High five. Yeah, that's as far as you can go, huh? Benny, say hi. Look, 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 bro. Look, is see. Bro. Why you look so suspicious, Benny? Yo, look right there. Look. He's so suspicious of everything. Go. You want to get off? Go. Go. Smile. Hello. Be angry. All right, go. Who I gotta eat now? Or knucklehead. Knucklehead. Terror Machine 6900. Yo, he's a big fucking boy. He doesn't get it, but this is like 120 pounds right now, just squishing the shit out of my lap. You're a good boy. Yeah, go down. Let's go. Back to the floor. Back to four legs, bro. You're a dog. You're not human. Four. The four. Yeah, there we go. Get on all four. That's how you got the busted shoulder holding that baby? Yeah, he's not really a baby. He's... I don't know what he is. He's a little monster. Like a freaking dinosaur. Yeah, my pops calls him a dinosaur. My pops is one of those old school cats. He always wears... He's like Jake from State Farm. He always wears khakis. Always wears khakis. So every time you're around Benny, you got to be real careful because Benny drools. So if you're wearing khakis and you're saying hi to Benny, you're walking out with stains. 100%. Khakis with the loafers. Yep, that's my pops right there. Khakis and loafers. That's his shit. Like if you know a guy like that, you know my pops. But yeah, every time he comes over, he's like, yo, get this dinosaur away from me because I'm going to be covered right now in saliva. Want to see me ride him? My kids get on him and ride him. Like, my kids will hang off of him and he'll just drag him. No Diddy? No Diddy dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside. I use FUTURES. I like them and how I can use MT5. Yeah, that's fucking key. That's big. That's the only reason actually I went with AMP. It's because MT5. You know what? When I was used to ride on goats, I thought they're like horses, camels. First of all, how can you think a goat is like a horse or a camel? Number one. Number two, why were you riding goats? Like when I was younger, we used to ride bicycles and pretend they're motorcycles. This guy's out here walking his pet rock, pretending it's a dog. Just got a leash on a boulder and shit, just dragging a brick down the block. We got NYC open here. NYC just opened up. Volume time. There's a chance we can break down here. There's no positions because we're still below this resistance. Once we're above it, maybe we could look to trade it once we start forming, you know, bearish closures on the higher time frame. We could look to trade this range down, but for now, kind of gotta wait. I used to wear my dad's ski mask and pretend I was a robber. Oh, so you used to pretend you were your dad? I did that. I used to pretend I was dad. Because, man, why does dad have a ski mask? Son, that ski mask is the reason we can afford to go on vacation. Do not watch the news, son. Damn, I see open. Yeah, it just pushed up. I mean, it's good. Creating a top wick here. Maybe you'll create a resistance. We'll get a bearish closure here. We could look to trade it back down, or we end up pulling up, closing above. Established in 33.10 as a support on the following candle. Right, because this 30 doesn't have a top. Hold on, people at the Zoom door. Come on in. 30 here doesn't have, oh, whoops, a bottom wick. Which means if we push up here and close above, I'm going to look for that wick to be made here to break the low here and then to push up. And this can happen in one candle, one fell swoop, or we might see this happen in a few candles, right? You might see this to create that bottom wick. And then do that. Now if we could see that, we will look for positions on the break of that high. Right, first we're gonna have to come back down, grab orders for this previous 30, or for this current 30 right now that's printing with no bottom wick. Strong resistance though, right? If we can form bearish below here or start coming down, that'd be pretty cool too. Greetings, sir. Myself from Mumbai, India. Naveed, I know you. I'm wanting to be on camera on your stream like other people. Thank you. Also, I'm in the signal. Thank you. So if you're in the signal channel, you have access. The the you have access to the Zoom. You can get on cam. If you're in the signal channel, you just um go to Clubhouse Zoom tab in the Discord, and the link should be in there. You should have access. They asked for a lot of information. Oh, they pushed me to an IRA account. No, bro. What are you doing? I see an option MetaTrader. Yeah, there we go. That's what you need to do. You'll be gone in 25 minutes. Yeah, we'll be probably calling it a session 25. But if we set up, I mean, I'll call a signal once we set up. If we set up, and if I'm still home. Okay, might get it on a 5 here. That first bearish closure here. I don't trust it just yet. Like, this would have to come down steeper, or we would have to get a 15. 8 minutes here for this 15 to close. You ever take positions when you're not at home from the phone? No, I don't have MT5 on the phone. I don't have any kind of trading on the phone. No trading software on the phone. I'll let you in, Kenny. What do you mean the website didn't let you? The AMP Futures website? That's better. Phone is detrimental. Can't see everything on it. Yeah, I do not place positions on my phone. I do nothing when it comes to trading on my phone. Everything's done off my desktop here. That's it. If I'm not at the desktop, then I'm probably not at in a proper situation or in a right situation to properly break down the charts. Probably a lot of distractions around me. Once you make your account and you're approved, yeah, you have to make your account, then you have to do the KYC, right? You get approved, then you also have to pay for data. And once you do that, you send the money, and once you send the money, you tell them where you want it on. Oof, that flipped. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking for a flip here. That when it flips into this area, so I'd rather have closures here, and then you can start looking for positions. I also believe this needs to come up unless we break the lows here at 3,300. This should still come back higher. You're 90% a phone or tablet trader. Yeah, people are different. I remember Don only used to trade off his phone. Like, he would do all the breakdowns for stream, right? But all his positions, he would be sitting there with his phone, pressing buy or sell. For me, I find that an inconvenience. Why, you think it needs to come up higher again? Just experience. Like, we had a bearish closure, but it was like a doji bearish, and then you made a higher high and a higher low. Didn't break the previous low, broke the previous high. So for now, it's higher highs, higher lows. Once we get over that whole higher highs, higher lows thing here, and start changing structure, then I'll say, all right, maybe we're gonna do it. Maybe we've topped out. Interesting. Nice support here. Be careful with this support. Be careful with this area here. You see what we're doing? So far, that's how I see it until we actually break down. Just the mirror of this. Here. Trading skills very important. We need Wi-Fi, laptop, phone, trade. Yeah, we need all our equipment. You know, hockey players need helmets, pads. We need Wi-Fi, laptop. To be honest, I know some goated phone traders. Yeah, it's just, you know, to each their own. For me, I prefer to do everything off my desktop. That's where I have access to the best quality data. It really, honestly, smacked full TP for our position. Just pulled back multiple times. Buys at 15 breaker highs. It's tough too because you still haven't had a closure there, right? You'd want to be patient enough and wait for that closure up there. No, we didn't do today. We didn't do an intro today. 17 minutes, he will. 15 minutes, yeah, we'll probably start calling it a stream, unless we actually set up and get the closures we want. I think it needs more than 17 minutes. I think we need a couple of candles here. But while I'm home, I'll still be calling positions. People at the Zoom door, yes, there are. Well, let's do a little intro. We need an intro. An intro, outro, intro.
This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people, uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going, the belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given, they're taken, and I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I could count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset, my choices, my willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise.
We're gonna rise.
So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
It's so good. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Let's get it. We're almost done with trading day, but let's get it. Can't flick my Bic this morning. My Bic is out.
You need some Viagra.
For my lighter? Damn, yeah. I know I call my lighter the Notorious BIC. Notorious.
Yeah, did someone steal my name in the chat? Looks like it, huh?
I mean, your name is just Jay, right?
Yeah, and somebody else just put J as well, literally.
So yeah, but they're capital J. That's J Cap.
Yeah, he's Cap.
This is J Cap.
Hey Jay, it wasn't me, man. I promise. I show respect. I show respect to the original Jay, so I'm not.
Yeah,
there.
I appreciate that.
I don't know where all these J's came from. Like, when is this name that popular?
Well, I've
Mine
had
is
it
a
since
nickname.
birth, so I don't know.
Mine is a nickname. So J Mac is his own, and mostly they're shortened for something else. A lot of times you have Jason, things like that. So
Yeah, I'm Jason. Yeah,
there you go.
there you go.
See, I didn't even know
Jerome.
it.
Jerome.
Powell. No.
Yeah, that's Uncle Jay right there.
Schmidt's cousin.
The markets was eating me alive. Yeah. The good old days. Good old, as in gold. The gold days. Good old days. I hate when people are like 18 and say back in the day. Back in my day, motherfucker, that was last year. Fuck you mean back in your day?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say back in the day. What you mean yesterday? Come on. You ain't lived yet. Get out of here.
Yeah, like my daughter, she's 12. She'd be like, yeah, back in the day. I'd be like, what do you mean back in the day? Like back in the day was yesterday for you.
Try it. Pay a couple bills first. You know what I mean? Then come see me.
Yeah, you should not be
Get your
allowed to
own
use the
car
words
insurance or
back in the
something
day.
crazy. Then come see me.
Bro, they're girls. They're probably never going to be paying bills. They're going to get a guy to take care of them or daddy.
Hey,
You know how it is, bro. You know how
I
it
hear
is.
you. I hear
We
you.
live in the same world, my man.
Like I told you the other day, I got two of them. So
Oh, there you go.
I feel
You
you.
know, then you must know. I don't feel it yet because mine's still newborn. But Wix, they're, I think, 12, 10, and 9 or something like that. I mean, it'll be soon for him. It'll be soon.
First thing I thought, man, when my daughter brought home a guy that she was dating, he was a wrestler, like, good one too in high school. So my only thought was good. She'll be protected. That's the first thing I thought of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Damn, you can't even tell him when to bring her home. You'd be like, all right, you just bring her home whenever you can, bro. I
Look,
didn't
don't
mean
bring
nothing
home
by
some
it.
dude that's smaller than you because he can't protect you. You want to protect him. Don't do it. He ain't coming in my door.
Yeah, all right, open the door like Martin Lawrence. What's your name, Reggie? How old are you, Reggie? 15. Motherfucker, you look
15.
30. You at least 30.
I look forward to scaring the boys trying
Will
to.
Smith comes out. He said, I ain't
flirt.
going back to jail.
That is fun, man. I'm telling you.
Bro, we're all making girls, man. I mean,
Oh, I know.
I've seen barely seeing boys these days, man. It's insane. So many more girls on this planet than boys. It's crazy.
It really is, man.
Chat, take advantage. There's 7 minutes left. Ask any questions in the chat. Wix is going to be dipping a little after 10 a.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, do me a favor, drop a like. We're almost at 100. Got 250 watching. You guys are all subbed, so thank you for that. Drop a like. We got an amazing trade today, so we appreciate it. Thank you.
Hell yeah. We got a really simple trade today. Today was an easy day. Man, I hope New York volume is back. I hope we stop this, nasty New York shit. We've been setting the structure. It's not even the volume. Volume's been there. We haven't had any structure. Right? So we had really good structure for Asian session, and New York has been shit lately. But volume is here now. We're getting these structured moves. So hope New York is back. It was a playbook trade. We don't really have a playbook, but today was our like 2022, 2023 trade. Do you have anything for Asian? I did, but it wasn't in the signature. I had it on this account. I had roughly 35 pips here on this account. Just looking, I mean, we could probably say this isn't a level since we've blasted right through it a few times. Yeah, there's really no realistic way I was going to take anything here. respecting this line again. I wonder, right? Because if it respects this support, a break of the high is a celery play, but this is, your stops would be 150 pips on the dot. Yeah, with volume, right? Peak New York session, you're probably, if you break these highs, you're probably looking to come up, fill the range, but just impulse break of the highs would be, the stops would be massive. So probably want some closures up here as you start breaking highs. You also want a closure to set you up for some smaller stops. Almost got scammed yesterday on the clubhouse because Wicks don't talk like that. What do you mean? Somebody in the clubhouse tried to scam me? Well, reach out to me and see if it's really me. Yeah, we're also respecting this resistance, right? But the thing is with vol, as you start re-breaking highs, right? Peak New York session here off the higher time frame, you should be filling the rest of the range up. But we're not going to disregard this level, right? On the smaller time frame, even though the higher time frames would make sense on the break of the high, so we would wait for that closure up there. Work 2 jobs, trading, and secondly, people only depend on job that they are one step away from poverty. Yes. So trading and job together is the option that you chose. Yes. I mean, you really want to have multiple streams of income. It takes off a lot of pressure from you having to perform every single day, knowing that there's other alternate streams of income. You don't have those thoughts, about like, oh, what you need to make here and what are you going to do if you don't and how bad this is or how much you can pay off if you do. Like all those thoughts, that's the devil. To put it plain and simple, that's what you want to avoid. You don't want any of those thoughts popping out when you're trading because they have nothing to do with your actual trade, with the actual act of winning a position here. They are things that can throw off traders that have the best edge. You might have the best edge in the world. You might be an unbelievable trader, right? But you sabotage yourself with your own thoughts. And it's true. Like, there's a lot of people that know how to trade. They know their edge inside and out. They see like other people trade and they'll tell you exactly what you need to look for and exactly what it needs to print, and you'll tell someone you'll be exactly right. But then you will emotionally sabotage your own self and your own positions when it happens because you have those thoughts creeping in your head. And at some point you got to tell the inner bitch to shut up so you can focus. I see it all the time. I see really good traders just sabotage their own positions, their own knowledge with their own emotions. Not quit my job till I become six figures. Biblically, it's quite literally the devil, but that's another conversation for another day. All right. Okay. Greed is your biggest enemy. It's all mental. It's all in the noggin. Capiche?
Hey, yo, there's a book called Outwitting the Devil by, I think, Napoleon Hill. It's pretty deep.
Outwitting the devil, just getting
Yeah.
all the like negative shit out of your life.
Yeah, it's more of just taking control of, your destination at X, Y, and Z and get out of the head of,
Yeah,
you
I've
know.
heard of that book before.
Yeah,
Someone's
it's a
mentioned it before.
great book, Kenny, man. I agree. Great book. And that thing was written like, what, Kenny, like 60 years ago, 60, 70 years ago? That book was written.
That's when you know
You
it's a
can
good
actually
book,
listen
when
to the
things are
live
still
audio on
relevant in
YouTube.
today's world, and it's written a long time ago.
Yeah, the full book is actually on YouTube, but it's about 5 hours if you just want to listen to it.
Yeah, I would definitely do an audiobook over reading a book. A must listen.
Yeah. I found it on the audio and was listening, but I did see the book one day and bought it. It's in my backpack. It's the only book in my backpack, actually. I want to actually read it too.
Yeah, I read a few of his books. Napoleon Hill is excellent. Think and Grow Rich.
There you go. Another
Um,
good one.
yeah, I mean, I read that when I started dabbling in real estate in 2001, 2002. And that's what everybody was talking about, just the mindset, everything. And you're like, damn, bro, this book was written in 1937.
Yeah, it's
Imagine.
crazy.
Bro, it's insane. You're like, wait, what? I'm reading books that are that old and are still applicable today. Like Wick said, this is when you know that things make
Yeah.
absolute sense. The guy died in 1970, and we're
Well,
still
he was
reading
ahead
all
of his
his books
time
today.
writing the book then, right? If it's still relevant today. Some people
Yeah,
are just
100%.
visionaries.
Absolutely. Well ahead of his time, man. Because the whole book holds true today.
100%.
Book name, Outwitting the Devil, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Maybe he's not even ahead of his time, but he was just more conscious. And, and people still are kind of lost and not conscious as we should be. So,
Yeah, it's called Outwitting the Devil: The Secret to Freedom. And that was, I mean, really, really, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I've heard all these books as recommendations. But Outwitting the Devil is something I've heard from multiple people.
That's a great book.
Price is pushing. I know price is pushing, but it's not pushing for me to do anything just yet. It's gonna have to come down, either form another support or break below here. You'd expect this to come down fully once you break that previous candle low, but you're entering all this chop, all this rejection, all these wicks. Right, so you'd rather be here for the clean range. You'd rather be patient and be here below here for this clean range. Right, you also want to be at this area because there's a chance you hold this area and come back up, and if you come back up, you probably want to hold, you want to come back up off that support, not before it, while questioning in the back of your mind, oh, will we still come back down there? No, once we come down here and we actually establish support here, then we can look for a repeat of what happened here previously. Right? And another pull back up. So we want to tap this area to see what the market's going to do, or we want to reject and pull back up. But this whole thing has now been cleared out, so it's clean range, right? All these orders, everything that was in here, that was cleared out. And then it came back up, cleared out again, then it came back down. So there shouldn't be much waiting in these areas. When next time we come through this whole area here, there should just be a clean drive. Whether we come up and then come back down, or we come down and then come back up, be a clean drive. Probably the best bounce off area, but we need some good bullish closures above. Yeah, we're gonna need some Some good bullish closures or closure up above here, above 33.10. All right, gang. Interesting session today. Got some nice dubs. You know what we could do? Before we dip here, spam some dubs. Let's do that. Spam some dubs for the win we got earlier on stream and for a nice, profitable, valuable session. That was fun. Yeah, let's call it a session here, gang. Thank you guys for joining me this lovely morning. It is, wait, today is Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Hump day. The Knicks are playing today. Make sure you go get your Knicks jersey and go root for them. Go get your Top 1 Futures account. Also, 40% off right now. Use code WIX, and you'll also get anytime payouts and no daily loss limit. All right, so go do that now. That's only for a limited time, right? So go get your instant, don't get no challenge account, instant funded account. All right, and if you can't make these streams, go join the Signal channel. This way you could have caught the same dubs as us today. If you needed to be somewhere else, like I don't know, maybe you have like maybe you're breeding penguins or whatever the fuck you're doing. You're babysitting somebody's hamster. I don't know, but you don't have to miss the positions we take here. Join the Signal channel. All right, chat, drop a like, sub to the channel, share it, turn on your notifications. This way you know when we're on. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. Thank you to all the J's and the J waiting for me to get smoked outside. And
We got you, Wix. We got you.
just no more J's, please. Too many of you. A whole army of J's here. Anyway, Zoom gang, see you guys in the clubhouse side of things. In the circle, we will run it tomorrow after our New York session live stream. Right, Signal channel. While I'm still home, probably next half hour, there might be positions. Outside of that, yeah, after that, it's just gonna be we're gonna trade in the Signal channel for Asian session. All right, I think that's it. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Appreciate you guys showing up. Congrats to everybody that took the dubs with us. Lovely conversation today. Yep, as for me, you already know the deal, gang. My time here is up, and just like that, another New York session is in the don't overtrade, don't over leverage, neuter your pets, tell your loved ones you love them. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.